Welcome to Private 1977 channel. Subscribe to the channel. And don't miss the hottest news of the day. Our news today includes the following content. The hidden, unsettling side of little dragon girl that even Yong and Yong himself feared. A deep dive into the cold, enigmatic soul behind the fairy-like beauty. For decades, Little Dragon Girl has floated through the memories of readers and film audiences like a dream, untouched, flawless, almost divine. From the moment she stepped out of the ancient tomb wearing flowing white silk, she became the embodiment of every wuxia lover's fantasy, pure, ethereal beauty with a heart shaped by innocence and destiny. Yet behind this luminous exterior lies a side few discuss, a chilling, impenetrable, and unpredictable nature that makes even her creator, the great Yong, confess that he himself would be afraid to approach her in real life. Why? Because underneath the fairy silhouette lives a character shaped not by warmth, but by solitude, by a lifetime sealed away from human norms, compassion, and emotional instinct. Little Dragon Girl may be beautiful, but she is also alien, unreadable, and quietly terrifying. This is the side of her that the audience rarely sees. A goddess in martial arts history, but a stranger to human emotion. Across generations of adaptations, Chen Yulian's elegance, Li Ruodong's cold purity, Lu Yifei's celestial glow, Little Dragon Girl has become an icon. She is the fairy goddess, the untouchable dream girl of martial arts cinema. But the real Xiaolongnu from Yong's pen is far more complex. She is not designed to be warm. She is not made to understand others. She is not built for society. Her beauty attracts, but her nature pushes people away. It's no wonder Yong once said in an interview, "If such a person existed in reality, I would not dare get close to her." This wasn't exaggeration. It was insight. Little Dragon Girl is not merely cool or calm. She is the result of a life stripped of human contact, affection, and emotional development. A person raised among stone walls, ancient rules, and absolute solitude is not shaped like ordinary people. Yong's first encounter, beauty that freezes the soul. When Yong first meets Little Dragon Girl, he is overwhelmed, almost hypnotized, by her flawless, unearthly appearance. But intertwined with admiration is something sharper, colder. Fear. Not the fear of danger, but the fear you feel standing before something you cannot understand. She moves like mist. She speaks without warmth. Her eyes are empty, unfathomable, unreadable. To Yong, it is like meeting a spirit, not a human girl. This is the first clue: her beauty is not comforting. It is isolating. It creates distance, not closeness. The death of Granny's son, a glimpse into her emotional void. One of the most striking displays of Xiaolongnu's alien nature comes right after Granny's son, her caretaker since childhood, dies tragically. Yong is devastated. He cries, clings, trembles with grief. And Xiaolongnu simply says, "Crying is useless. The dead cannot return." Rational? Yes. Human? Hardly. This isn't cold-heartedness in the traditional sense. She does not reject emotion, she simply doesn't understand it. She was raised without emotional expression, without relationships, without the warmth of humanity. She learned discipline, logic, survival, not empathy. To her, death is a fact, not a wound. Love without understanding, a relationship full of paradox. The romance between Yong and Little Dragon Girl is one of the most iconic in wuxia history. But it is also one of the most paradoxical. He feels deeply, passionately, painfully. She feels quietly, strangely, incomprehensibly. Their love is real, but it is uneven. When they are separated for 16 years, a period that nearly destroys Xiaolongnu's emotional reaction upon their reunion shocks readers. She is calm. Composed. Almost serene. As though she had simply walked through a long corridor, not lived through the darkest years of her life. This is not because she doesn't love him, but because she experiences love without the emotional spectrum most humans rely on. To her, love is a truth. To Yonghua, love is a world. The Xinjibing incident, the most controversial chapter of her character. Perhaps the most debated, uncomfortable scene in the novel is the moment involving Xinjibing, or Yin Jiping in earlier editions. Xiaolongnu, drugged and disoriented, is assaulted, a traumatic event by all modern standards. Yet her reaction is bewildering. She does not rage. She does not collapse. She does not demand vengeance. Instead, her emotional response is muted, distant, ambiguous. Even her confrontation with the perpetrator is gentle and eerily calm, as though she were meeting a stranger on a quiet road, not the man who violated her. This moment reveals something profound. Xiaolongnu does not experience trauma the same way others do. She processes events with a haunting emotional numbness. Not acceptance, absence. A woman who lives by her own logic. Throughout the novel, Xiaolongnu consistently demonstrates that she lives according to rules the world cannot share. She speaks bluntly, without regard for social cues. She loves with purity but not passion. She faces danger without fear. She mourns without tears. She survives without attachment. Her beauty dazzles the world, but her inner nature confounds it. She is a person who has never truly lived in society, and therefore never learned to be human in the ordinary sense. This is why Yong feared her. Not because she is cruel, because she is out of reach. The enigma that keeps her immortal. Little Dragon Girl remains one of the most unforgettable female characters in Chinese literature, not only because she is beautiful, but because she is unfathomable. She is not a typical heroine shaped by warmth and morality. She is something more ancient, more mysterious, almost mythic. She is the dream and the nightmare. The ideal and the impossible. A figure both enchanting and intimidating. This duality is what gives her lasting power. She is not just the goddess in white descending from the sky. She is the psychological riddle that even her creator could not fully decode. And perhaps that is the true magic of Xiaolongnu. A woman so beautiful she captivates the world, yet so emotionally distant she frightens even the one who wrote her. What do you think about this? This concludes our new section. Welcome to leave your thoughts in the comments area. Let's discuss it together. Welcome, don't forget to give me a like and follow. Thanks for all.